Hi, this is your best friend, Nick.
And this is your best friend, Andy, and we host The Concession Stand, a podcast from two best friends who work in the TV and movie business right here in Los Angeles.
And you're listening to Is This Adulting on the Orbital Jigsaw Network.
Hey everybody, and welcome to Is This Adulting, a weekly conversation between two best friends navigating adulthood as overgrown man-children. I'm best friend number one, Stephen Pappas.
Hello, fair maidens. It is I, Sir Christopher of Winston.
You couldn't come up with anything better?
Well, to be fair, I also panicked because I've been trying to find music and I couldn't find anything, and now I'm just really sad because after multiple weeks of playing music, it finally came to an end.
You ruined it. You were kind of like a WWE wrestler for a while, where you would just have music when you came on.
Well, there's a reason, though, and that is because, guess where I went this weekend, Steven?
Where'd you go?
To the Renaissance Festival, yes!
Wait, you went to, like, the one near Charlotte, and you didn't even, like, call me?
Yes! Because technically I was just far enough away, so it wasn't really worth it by that point.
Hey, the Renaissance Festival is only 20 minutes from my house, you ass.
Oops! I doth made a mistake.
Oh, God. Well, but while we laugh and have fun, why don't we go ahead and introduce our guest this week? This week we're excited to welcome... Chris is doing it. We're excited to welcome another awesome guest to the show from one of my favorite podcasts, The Conspirators, an entirely fictional identity. Nate Hale is here. Hey, Nate.
Hey, guys. How you doing?
We are
hanging in.
Doing well. I realize I know like 3 phrases in Old English, doth it being one of them.
Your, doth, your, and doth? Is doth? Did we say doth already?
I said doth, yes. I know that, at least in the Renaissance Fair, they refer to the restrooms as the privies. So yes. I know that.
That's very good.
And sustenance. That's what is that what they would refer to food? I'm not really sure.
Sure.
Did you get one of the big turkey legs?
You know, I didn't. And usually I would, but it's because I've been having those tummy troubles. I've decided I was going to be on the safe side, and it actually probably was for the best because there were more people than I was prepared being dressed up, and many of them were dressed up in very revealing outfits. So I felt in many ways I kind of saw many legs that I wasn't prepared to see. So I was okay with. I did get a bread bowl though, a bread bowl with some warm
nice.
Broccoli
really
and cheese
good.
soup, and it was good. Sorry, I've derailed the conversation.
No, you're fine. The best bread bowl there is not even soup, and I feel kind of bad eating it every time, but it's literally just a bread bowl full of spinach and artichoke dip. And it's amazing.
I thought you were going to talk about the one where it's like, it's a bread bowl, but it's just a bread bowl with a bunch of meatballs in it.
I thought he was going to say a bread bowl full of bread. I mean, it's like...
Oh my God. I'd eat that. That's just that's a loaf of bread.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I have one more Renaissance Fair questionable.
Bread within bread?
Questionable.
It's breadception.
Oh, you've done it. You're a regular Christopher Nolan. I have one more Renaissance Festival question, and then we have to move on.
Okay.
Did you see a joust?
Kind of. You know, if anyone's ever been to the Renaissance Festival, here's how joust happen. You sit there, and you watch like a whole lot of build-up, and then they finally do the joust, and it lasts about 6 seconds. And then it's another solid 10-plus minutes before they are able to get everything back set up for another one, and there's just a bunch of filler. So
right.
We kind of watched it, kind of was like, yeah, we're good. And we were able to at least see the jousting portion. And then we went on our merry way.
Look at you. My favorite part of the joust, I went last year. My favorite part of the joust was the band, because the band that is playing was playing the Legend of Zelda music the entire time.
Ooh.
And so, like, they're jousting, and I was just hearing, like, ba 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 da da da.
Yeah. Here are my two favorite parts of this. Ready? So, of all of it combined, Renaissance Festival thing that we did number 1, and that was I tried to get hypnotized. It didn't work, though, unfortunately. I really wanted to get hypnotized. All my friends were there. We were trying. 2 of us tried. We were unsuccessful. And I was really disappointed. And I don't know. There was a lot of really, really good things. But the other thing, oh, shoot. Now I'm forgetting.
Good talk. Good talk, bud.
Oh, I remember. Here's my favorite
okay.
part. And then we'll actually keep going. So, there's a lot of just really colorful personalities at the Renaissance Fair, and they hire a lot of really, really outgoing, fun, theatrical people. And one of them, so we're walking and we're passing by this dragon store where they just sell dragon merchandise and a bunch of
Right.
I don't even know how to describe it. Just
Do they sell the little dragons that sit on your shoulder and you control them with
those type of things. Well, anyway, so we're just walking, and one of my friends is a little bit quieter, but such a sweet person. And this dude is just kind of standing there, and he's dressed up. And the thing about the Renaissance Fair is when so many people are dressed up, you don't know which people work for the Renaissance Fair and which people don't work for the Renaissance Fair. And so, we're just kind of passing by, not really expecting anything. And this dude just turns and jumps and goes, "Dragons!" and my friend just almost pees herself out of panic and just screams. And it was probably my favorite part of the entire afternoon. And so now I have a goal, and that is that I'm going to, in random places, just sneak up behind someone and go, "Dragons!"
And you will be promptly arrested, and rightfully so.
Let's play a game called How Many Times Does Chris Get Maced This Week?
I was already playing a game in my head called How Many Times Are We Going to Say We're Moving On and then talk about the Renaissance Fair some more?
Fine. I doth stop. Continue.
Huzzah!
Thank you, Nate.
He's with you. All right, well, we're going to get into just all the housekeeping in just a second. But before we do you, Nate, want to tell everybody where they can find you on the interwebs and a little bit about the Conspirators?
Yeah, sure. The Conspirators is a dark history podcast. Each episode I tell stories from history, the strange, the weird, the unusual. I like to think it's sort of like a combination of In Search of and Unsolved Mysteries. And you can pretty much find me everywhere. I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Twitter. And I hope some people will give us a listen.
Nice.
Definitely do that. It is well worth your time. I think I've listened to your backlog at least a few times. Just listening over because they're just wonderful stories. Yeah. In my head, I was like, I think it's to me, the thing that hooked me, I was like, oh, it's got a lore feel to it, but a little less spooky.
Well, lore is one of the shows that really kind of inspired me to get going and try this myself. So,
or Stephen, could we argue that lore has a conspirator's feel?
Ah.
See what I did there?
I see.
Dude,
Yeah,
we're going to be talking about lore just a little bit later because I have some things to share. Anyway, but we're going to get into housekeeping real quick. First off, we want to say thanks to Nick and Andy from the Concession Stand podcast on the Orbital Jigsaw Network for the audio drop at the beginning of the episode. As always, if you would like to do one of those, you just record yourself on your phone and just say, "Hey, this is your best friend and your name from wherever you live, and you're listening to Is This Adulting?" And we will tack it on the front of the show. All right, this is the last time you're going to hear this, at least before it happens. Maybe I'll just keep doing it every week just for fun.
Please, God, no.
This is the last time you're going to hear it. This weekend, Saturday, October 21st, 1 p.m., Brakeman's Coffee in Matthews, North Carolina. We're having our first meetup. Come join us. It's going to be great. It's going to be me and Chris, and Stacy's going to be there, one of our listeners, and I think that's it. Unless you just shockingly show up and we all rejoice. So, yeah, be there or we'll just stop the podcast.
Okay, don't make vague threats, but I will say this. If you do happen to come, which would be awesome, let me just go ahead and reassure you. So when Stephen first threw this idea of doing a meetup, I am not nearly as involved in the podcast community as Stephen is. He's much better at that than I am. Sometimes I'm a little bit off the grid. And so because of that, I didn't really know. I was like, wait, so people want to meet us? Why? we have no skills to be able to offer the ability of meeting us for. And then when I found out more about it, then I just want to reassure everyone that I'm excited to meet people, mainly just people that have either been in our Facebook group or people maybe that just kind of listened. And I just want to kind of get to know y'all, and just I think it'll be a fun way to kind of add to the whole community aspect of this. And so it's not just Facebook pictures, from afar away. We get to meet you and we get to hear your stories as well. Not so much. I don't know. I could definitely just feel uncomfortable with the idea of someone specifically trying to meet us. You know what I'm saying? So it's more about meeting each other.
Right, absolutely. And let me say my favorite thing so far about the event is we have invited a bunch of people to the Facebook event. 3 of us are going, you, me, and Stacy. And
yes.
One of the interested parties is my wife. So she is only interested in the meetup, not sure she's going to be there.
Well, she does know us.
Anyway.
She does know us, so.
She does know us, but she doesn't know everybody in the community. So just saying, Katie, I know you haven't listened to a single episode in 31 episodes, but if you hear this somehow.
No.
You say no, but no, that's a legitimate thing.
We
She's never listened to the show.
let's just keep going. Katie's a wonderful person.
So she is a wonderful person.
But come meet us.
Not supportive. No, I'm just kidding. I've derailed. Okay. Hey, also, tickets are still on sale for the November 11th live show we're doing in Washington, D.C. at DC Podfest. You can get those tickets at dcpfliveshows.brownpapertickets.com. I will post that link places since I keep forgetting to, and we will also post it on our website. And something new that has arisen, we knew it was going to happen, but we now have details. We will also be having a meetup in Washington with the cast of the Karen and Ellen letters on November 10th, which is the night before the live show. It's a Friday night at the All Souls Bar in Washington, D.C., and that's going to be at 6 p.m. So that's like 1 block over from the venue where the show is. So definitely come check it out. Come say hey. Come hang out with the Karen and Ellen I can't make words, dude. Come hang out with the Karen and Ellen Letters cast members, and we'll be there too. So, yay! All right, that's all the housekeeping. We did it. So now that we're thoroughly 15 minutes into the show, and we've only done housekeeping, we're gonna start off this week. Oh, dude, yeah, it happened last week too. We're rolling on real slow. We're going to start off this week just like we do every week with a mental health check-in. So, Chris, how you been this week?
I have had a very interesting week.
Okay.
So, to continue the update on what's going on health-wise, so far, unfortunately, there's not been much of an update. But part of that is because we're recording on a Monday, and the Monday before the show is going to come out. I don't even know what the date is, truthfully. But tomorrow morning, I'm actually finally going to be able to get some lab tests done and, an ultrasound done. And, let's hope that we're going to be able to find what's been going on, because even though I have my energy back in many cases, I still feel really, really bad. And, the longer you feel bad and the longer that you've been knowing you have to do some type of test, and potentially that test could mean, you're just taking a pill, or that test could mean something more intense, that just provides a lot of anxiety, no matter who you are. Even if you're okay with doing some stuff, you don't want to have anything like a surgery or anything done, especially when you have no idea, and especially when you're someone like me, who I tend to be overly dramatic about everything I do. That also includes the potential of what could happen. And if anyone else out there likes to look on WebMD as much as I do and likes to punish themselves,
do that.
Then that's the type of anxiety that has really been kind of just weighing on me, and it's kind of made me I haven't really been able to sleep much lately, which has been unfortunate. I've been trying some different type of stuff, which maybe another week I'll talk about some things that I've been trying to help me get to sleep. But it's just made me really restless. So I'm hoping that maybe I will get some answers. I don't want to put all my hope in that, because nothing sucks more than going to the doctor when you've been struggling, and then you go to the doctor and then they say, I think everything seems normal, when it's not. That's just the worst possible thing that could happen.
Right.
And so I'm going to have a little bit of just nervous feeling about that, but that has been the main thing that has kind of just been, depending on the day, sometimes I'm good, other days it's just causing me a lot of stress. and feel like I'm not being able. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get much peace until at least this timeline of the last 2 weeks. Then I'm going to be able to find something out. That's tomorrow, and then Wednesday, so the day before this comes out, I'm actually going to go to the doctor and get the specific information told to me, hopefully, with the test. So we'll see. But it's been a little bit of a roller coaster. But like I said, I had some fun this week. This weekend I went to the Renaissance Fair, had some good times, saw some very interesting characters, and way too much of the human body, if you know what I mean, which comes with the Renaissance Fair sometimes. But that really helped out, and luckily I've had some good friends and stuff be supportive, and so I'm doing okay overall. So Nate, how have you been this week?
I've actually had a pretty good week. This
Good.
Weekend, I actually attended DweebCon, which I don't know if you know the podcast History Dweebs.
Yeah.
They have their own little podcast festival, so I attended there. I was there with Nina from Already Gone, and that was a lot of fun. I got up on stage. They had an interview. They interviewed me, and I brought my wife and my son along, and they got to see me up on stage, which they thought was kind of cool. So
Yeah.
I was like a mini superhero to them.
Was it weird being on stage?
Yeah, it was a little awkward. I mean, I think at some point they were asking me questions, and drew a total blank at one point, but I hope I acquitted myself well. Beyond that, after that, we went to a haunted house for the season because I'm all about Halloween. So, we went to our first haunted house of the year, and that was a lot of fun too. So,
What was the theme?
It was actually it was down in Cincinnati, so it was an old schoolhouse called the Dent Schoolhouse, and apparently it's ranked like one of the top 10 in the country. And so all the way through, I mean, you went through, the locker room, you went through the cafeteria, you went through every other, some of the classrooms and all kinds of things like that. So it was largely school-based, but then they had all kinds of other creepy stuff in there, from like a room full of life-size dolls and all kinds of scary stuff.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is if someone already has insecurity and pain from being in school, don't attend that place. It will just make it worse.
Yeah, I would say that exactly.
Oh my gosh. I can't even imagine that. God. Well, Steven, how about you? I'm sure you're feeling a little bit worse after hearing about a room full of dolls.
Yeah, I took a hit on that one. No, I've been weird, good, bad, maybe. I don't know. It's been a weird week. Week overall was good. I got real stressed out about some stuff and let it get to me. But I got to go to a wedding yet again. But it is my last wedding. I did a lot of driving, a lot of late nights because of the wedding, going back and forth, because I was in the wedding playing music. And so I had to go back and forth between Charlotte and Boone for the wedding a couple of times. And, man, I was just exhausted, and I let some things get to me that I probably shouldn't have. So that wasn't great, but it was really nice to see a bunch of people at the wedding that I haven't seen in a very long time and eat good food. As I said about the weddings of the past few weeks, congratulations, Abby and William. Just congratulate them. And that's probably the last time you'll hear that for this year because I don't know of any other weddings I'm going to. But it was also weird because the wedding was on what would have been my parents' 44th wedding anniversary. So I felt kind of like a bad son not being around for my mom on that day, but I checked it with her ahead of time, and I made sure she and Katie were hanging out during that. So I made sure she had Katie with her, and so Katie actually skipped the wedding so she could be there for my mom, and I think she handled it about as well as she could have.
Yeah.
And
she stayed the night, so I did end up getting to see her and go to lunch the next day.
Good.
So that was nice. But yeah, it's just been a weird up and down kind of week, but not bad. Not great, but not bad. So
yeah,
just a middle of the road kind of week.
Well, I think that, that's not going to, whenever anniversaries of something that just has a lot of pain associated to it now come around, being able to get through those is something to celebrate,
Oh yeah, I've not told this. I've not told the listeners this, but our live show in Washington D.C. is on my dad's birthday.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a little weird, but that'll definitely be a mental health check-in. Mental health check-in for me.
Sure.
So as always, if you have a mental health check-in you'd like to share or an idea of how we can encourage you throughout the week, you can email us over at isthisadultingpod@gmail.com or join the Best Friends group on Facebook. It's a really awesome place. It continues to grow, and there's a bunch of lovely human beings and wonderful podcast hosts and just great people in there. So now that we're done with the mental health check-ins, we are going to move on to our topic, which is the first topic of the evening, afternoon, morning, whenever you're listening to this. And that will be... Chris, do you want to explain this? Because it's going to get weird.
Yeah, so let me explain. So I was just thinking about this weekend. This weekend to me felt the most fall that a weekend has felt yet. And it got kind of hot like later in the day on Saturday, so it felt a little bit less like fall. But earlier in the morning, it was in like the 60s, and it felt the first time I was like, man, this is the season that I love so much. And so from that, I've just been thinking a lot about fall, and then I randomly found myself hanging out with one of my friends who is single, and in the world of being single, one of the popular ways that people single find and meet other people are on the popular dating app Tinder. And so because I don't understand personal boundaries, I invited myself to help him try and find true love on Tinder. And so I took over.
Oh, I've done that.
Yeah,
100%.
so I took over his phone and began to try and find true love for him. And so from this came this fun idea, since, I have not been single since things like Tinder were around, so I'm kind of still learning the mechanics of things. So Nate, I don't know if you have been on Tinder before. I imagine similar to me, you have not. And so
I have not.
And so let me explain to you how it works. If you we're going to go across a bunch of random topics all about fall, and if you like it, it would be you just swipe right. And that's when you say, yep, that's good. I would be interested in seeing this more. If you don't like it, you swipe left, which is like, nope, I have no interest whatsoever. Get that out of my face. Never want to see you again. And then if you super like it, that when you super like someone, that means that you want them to know how much you like them. And that's a pretty intense thing. You don't super like everyone. So that's just for the big thing. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about random things in fall. And we're going to say, each of us, if we swipe right if we like it, swipe left if we have no interest, or if we super like it, we say that as well. And we just kind of talk about some different stuff. So I haven't come up with the name for it yet, and I've been struggling because I've been really trying to figure it out. And the only reference I can think of so far has to do with the children's television show Dora the Explorer, where Swiper the thief is told "Swiper no swiping," which doesn't completely relate here, but I'm really trying to figure something out. So if anyone has a good idea, I would love to hear it. So we'll just kick off. I just put a big list of things about fall, and so we're going to start off with different like locations that are more fall related, or when you think about these locations, you tend to think about fall. So we're all going to just go through them, and we're going to see what happens. So let's start off with one of the most fall things that I can think of, and that is pumpkin patches. Are you going to swipe right, which means you like it, I want to see more, swipe left, nope, don't care about it at all, or you super like it? Steven, why don't you start us off?
I would swipe right on a pumpkin patch.
Okay,
I would probably sit and stare at my phone for a minute and then decide to swipe right at a pumpkin patch, because I don't not like it, but it's not just like, I'm just like, yeah, pumpkin patch.
Yeah, I get that. I get that. So
where is this? Is it an actual pumpkin patch, or is it one of these, like they set it up outside of like a church or at school pumpkin patches?
Oh.
Because if it's one of those janky ones, I'm gonna swipe left on that. I'm not interested in that. But if I'm going to an actual like farm or a pumpkin patch, like,
wait,
I'm good.
Do you have the ability to often go to actual pumpkin patches?
Yeah, there's some around town here, and there's some up in toward the mountains.
Oh, well,
I've only ever been to one real pumpkin patch, and I enjoyed it, but it was
Oh, okay. All right then. Well, so Nate, how about you? Are you liking it? So you want to go right, or you're not feeling so good and you want to swipe left?
Well, I guess I'll swipe right. It's not my favorite thing in the world. I think I liked them better when I was a kid than I do now. But, I mean, the last one I went to was about 2 or 3 years ago, and I took my kids to it, and they had a lot of fun. So, yeah, I'll go swipe right. But at the same time, it's definitely not my favorite thing I'd want to do during the fall.
Yeah, it's something where if you're with your kids, you'd be okay with it. But if you're just like, it's a random like Saturday afternoon, and it's just you, there's no way you're going to a pumpkin patch.
Is there a swipe up option where I could just swipe it up if
The
I'm
swipe
indifferent?
up is super like.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Can I swipe it down if I'm indifferent?
No, that just finds out more information. But I mean, we can make
okay.
it up if we want to. Swipe it. Maybe we should change it instead of swipe. We should get to the bop it game. Bop it, twist it. So, all right, I'm going to. I think I'm going to do the same thing where I'm going to stare at it for a while and I'm going to think, am I really interested? And I want to swipe left, but just because I have decent memories of it, I'm going to reluctantly swipe right and just be like, that's okay. So next one on the list is very similar. It's often associated with it, and that's corn mazes. So, Steven, how are you feeling about corn mazes?
I'm actually going to a corn maze with some of the young adults I volunteer with, and I'm torn. I think if I absolutely have to make a decision, I'm going to swipe left on corn mazes.
Ooh, okay. And your reasoning?
Well, we live in the South where right now it's mid-October, but it's still super duper hot. And
Okay.
there are things called corn snakes that I'm
Wait.
definitely not interested
Whoa,
in.
whoa. Hold on, what?
Yeah, they're snakes that live in corn, like specifically, like tend to be in corn.
This is new
fields.
information that I was not aware of.
Now Chris is going to swipe left on corn mazes. I mean, they're fine. I did get lost in one for an extended period of time at one point when I was like a teenager, and that was kind of scary. But like, I think I'm going to swipe left on corn mazes, unless it's the one near where I grew up, just based on their name, which is the Amazing Maze, which is just the best. But aside from that, I think I'm swiping left on corn mazes.
Ooh, gosh. All right. So, Nate, how about you? Are you a fan of corn mazes or no?
You know, that's the thing. I've never been in a corn maze, ever.
What?
So, yeah.
We
that's-
are very Southern.
Oh, my gosh.
I guess I'd swipe right just to try it once, but I don't know how I'd feel about it after the fact. So, and after hearing about the corn snakes, that's a definite no for me on that one. So,
Okay, y'all, so here's my issue with that. So I was ready to super like corn mazes until I found out about this very important detail, which is corn snakes. And if corn snakes is a real thing, and I need to do a little bit of preface work. I know our Facebook community pretty well, and I know that there's a good chance that that they would be very kind and want to be able to say, here's evidence. See, there is corn snakes. But I need you to know that if you ever want me on that group again, I'm going to ask you to not tag me in that because I will have nightmares for months. And also, corn's one of my favorite foods, so I really don't want to associate that together. And so, if in fact, no, do not send me a picture. Steven, you are a jerk. I refuse to click it. I will not click it because I don't want to have nightmares. So I'm going to reluctantly swipe right, and I'm going to not take my love away from corn mazes, and I'm just going to wear long pants and boots so that I can't be eaten.
I guess I have to ask, are corn snakes venomous in any way, or are they the harmless type of snake?
Well,
I don't know.
North Carolina Pedia could tell you. I do think that they are harmless.
Oh, that's not too bad then. They'd still give me the creeps, but not as bad as if, there's something that could bite and kill me.
Yeah. All right. Next up, y'all. This is more broad, and this is festivals. There's all types of festivals in the fall, whether it's the Renaissance Festival, whether it's fairs that you can go to, whether it's more of like a local, like neighborhood festival. There's all different types of stuff. And so you're going to swipe right, Steven, left, or you're going to super like.
So I'm learning about corn snakes. Where am I at now?
Festivals.
Festivals, like fall festivals?
Yeah, glad to know you listened to my great segue.
I'm just making sure that they're not They're not venomous. I will tell you the life expectancy is 32 years. That's insane. Okay, anyway.
Should be 32 minutes.
I've X'd out now.
Festivals. Swipe
fall
right,
festivals.
swipe left, super light.
I'll swipe right on a fall festival. I enjoy like little carnival games and whatever. Like I don't really care about the face painting and like that sort of stuff. And like, but sometimes they got like good food.
It sounds so
and,
fun. It don't seem like you're enjoying that very much.
Well, again, it's one of those that I'm kind of indifferent to, kind of like a pumpkin patch, where I'm just like, eh.
Okay, all right, Nate. How about you?
You know, I'm going to change things up. I'm going to swipe up. I really like the fall
super
festivals.
like. Guess what, Nate? I'm gonna just add that to it and a double super like. Woo-hoo! All right, Nate. So tell me the completely logical reasons why you absolutely love festivals.
I like the food. I like the little booths of different knickknacks and stuff like that. I like the people watch. I like all that stuff.
Exactly. Yeah. There's nothing not amazing about festivals. Steven, why are you so like, I guess I'll swipe right? There's so many things you can get. Kettle corn, all different types of food, sweets, ice cream.
Okay, when I associate like that, though, in the fall, I'm thinking of like the fair, like the county fair. Are we counting that as a fall festival?
Everything.
Well, depends on what time of year it is.
Oh, if we're counting like the fair, like, yeah, no, I'm way more in.
Steven,
then.
I literally said the fair as one of the options for festivals.
Okay, well, I was learning about corn snakes and their 32-year life expectancy. If we're including the fair, I will definitely swipe right. I'm not sure I'm going to super like it, but I will swipe right completely. Yes.
Fine. All right. Well, we were correct on that one, Nate. I'm glad that one of us is logical. Next on the list is this isn't specifically related to the fall, but I think just you understand. I mean more specifically this during the fall season, and that's kind of like going up to the mountains for like a mountain trip, like a weekend trip or something. So, Steven, you swiping right, left, or super like?
I'm gonna super like that.
Okay.
Because you know me, I love the mountains. I mean, we went to school in the mountains, and I was just up there this weekend, and let me tell you, I stepped outside during that wedding reception. And it was like 48, 50 degrees, and it was like nice. Like I wanted to wear a hoodie and jeans, just like really nice, cool weather. And the trees are starting to turn, and I'm driving those curvy mountain roads, and you can see the pretty views. I am all in. I am swiping up on the mountains.
All right, Nate, how about you?
I think I'll swipe right, but it's like a tentative one because I like the outdoors, but I'm a city boy at heart. So, I mean,
that's fair.
I like it for like a day or two, but then after that, I really want, civilization again.
I get it. I do get it. I'm actually also going to super like it. And that's, and to be fair, partially that has to do with me and Steven did go to college in the mountains.
Right.
So we have a little bit of a bias in that. But, especially just for like a weekend trip, just, especially if you're able to get like a cabin or something, just get that whole experience.
Oh, yeah.
Sit on the porch, overlook the mountains. Yeah, that's a good thing. So, all right, now we're going to go to the last of the locations. And I already know both of your responses, and Steven's going to know mine. But we have to do it because this is the fall, and that is haunted houses. Steven?
Super like.
I guess it's as simple as that. Nate, I know your answer as well.
Oh, super like, obviously.
And here's my response. I not only closed the app, I delete it off my phone. That's the only way to describe to you how much I hate haunted houses.
Which would you hate more, a haunted house or a corn maze where you are 100% sure that it is infested with corn snakes? Which would you swipe right on if you had to?
How about a haunted house infested with corn snakes?
Oh
that's his literal nightmare.
I don't think you understand right now. Like you just gave me both those options, and my heart honestly just like kind of like skipped. Like I almost have like a tear in my eye. I'm so emotional. Like this would be what I would do in that situation if I have corn maze where I'm definitely gonna run into snakes, or just a haunted house.
You would set fire to the corn maze.
Well, I mean, really, what I would do is I would set fire to both. And that being said, if I had to pick, I would pick a haunted house, but I have a very, very particular thing that I have to say. And that is, if I'm going in that haunted house, I'm going to have some blood on my hands. I'm gonna be straight up mosh pitting the whole way through, swinging left and right. If anything gets close to me, I don't care who becomes my victim. I will get out of there at all cost, and they will probably have to drag me out because it's supposed to be a family friendly thing, and you're not supposed to touch the people. But that's the only way that I could survive. But there is no way in a million years that I could knowingly go into a place that is infested with snakes. I would honestly just fall to the ground and say, I you are my victor. I don't know what else to say. Like, I give in to you. Like, I would just literally just like die in that moment, and there's nothing else I could do. All right, let's keep going. I'm going to try and go quicker since I apologize that took that long. Next category. It's like activity/events that happen in the fall. First one, okay. Let's go. Campfire. Steven?
Right. Yeah, swipe right, definitely.
Nate?
Swipe right.
I'm going to say reluctantly swipe right, and here's the only reason why. Yo, I got the thickest hair in the entire world, and whenever I go to a campfire, somehow all the smoke absorbs into my hair, and I literally smell like an entire pack of Marlboros, and it is very overwhelming. That being said, I do love the experience of campfire, so that's why I'm going to swipe right, but I don't love, like a real good swipe right in Tinder, sometimes you swipe right and you know you're going to feel bad afterwards. I'll just keep it at that.
Oh, God.
All right. Next up, Steven. Football. That's a classic.
Oh, that's a super
classic,
you know that.
Fall activity. So football, you're going to super like that. Nate, how about you?
You know, I'm a swipe left. I've never been a football guy. I'm not a sports guy.
There we go. And I'm going to I'm going to say swipe right because I mean, I more enjoy the atmosphere and the camaraderie that comes with it. Like, I enjoy watching football, but I also really enjoy talking and sharing that experience with everyone. It's not my favorite sport, but I do like football for the most part. So next up, Steven, this is an activity that you often do in fall, and that is opening the windows. So, Steven, swipe right, swipe left, or super like?
I'll swipe right on that. I mean, I don't really open the windows, though. But, like, I remember, like, when we went to school in the mountains, I enjoyed, like, that time of year where it was perfect to open the windows. But that was, while we were there, honestly, that was in the summer, too, because most places didn't have air conditioning.
That is true. We did it for a different reason. We did it out of necessity.
I don't think I've ever opened the windows at our house.
Really?
In the 2 years we've been here. Yeah, I run that good air conditioning.
Okay.
So,
well, Nate, how about you?
It's going to be a tentative swipe right, because I live in Michigan, and some days that'd be great, but other days I could open it up on a snowstorm, so it really kind of a crapshoot.
Yep, I totally get that. Well, it's definitely a swipe right at my house. My wife is probably screaming at me somewhere right now to say super like, because that's literally her favorite thing to do. And so it is nice. It brings in the cool air. I mean, obviously we're not doing it if it's like 90 degrees or 12 degrees outside, but if it's, it's in the 60s or something like that, or even a little bit lower, for a little while, that's good. All right, next up, we're going to go with hiking. Steven, right, left, or super like?
Right.
Right?
I'll go right. I really do enjoy hiking. I would swipe up for super like, but if by some miracle my wife hears this episode, she will be like, but you never went hiking with me in college, because she still holds that over my head. But I had blown my knee out before that. I use that as the excuse. But no, I used to run that 5-mile loop, the Boone Fork Trail. I used to run that every day during the summers. So
I remember that.
I guess I'm pretty I might as well swipe up. I basically super like hiking.
Super like. How about that? All right, here we go. Nate, how about you?
Oh, it's going to be all right. I'm almost a super like on that one, but I'm just not quite there, because if I say it, then my wife's going to drag me out on more hikes. So
I like the reasoning for both of you. I'm going to say right, and the only reason why I'm not doing super like is because there's always the possibility of snakes, and I will never super like anything connected to snakes. Next up, I just put it as simple as this, Steven, and I called it blanket snuggles. And that is what you can do when it's fall time. You get to snuggle in that good old blanket. So, Steven, right, left, or super like?
Probably left.
What?
Yeah, wow. I mean, I don't love blankets. You know me, I run hot. Like, I'm always hot. So, like, I don't really cover up with blankets that much unless it's, like, frigid. Like, that's a wintertime thing for me, is, like, if it's, like, freezing outside.
Well, that was unexpected. Nate,
sorry.
How are you going to feel
I'm going to go with super like on that one.
Nate, we are soul brothers. Thank you, because I'm in the same boat. I don't know who this monster that I co-host a show with is, because
I don't either.
I literally called this blanket snuggles. I think that gave it away how I feel about it. I use blankets all year round, and so when it's actually like good and it's not like it's 80 degrees outside and I'm trying to snuggle in a blanket and I don't have to feel like a moron, oh my gosh, I love snuggling with a blanket. So it's the best thing in the world. Steven, you don't get to say anything else. So we're going to go to the next one, and that is, speaking of events, Halloween. Right? Left? Super like.
Am I allowed to say something now?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, super like. That's not even a question.
That's what I assumed.
It's my favorite holiday.
All right, Nate, your turn.
Oh, super like. There's no question there. Again, it's my favorite holiday too. So.
All right, Steven, I've been publicly shaming you for a while, so it's now only right that you get to shame me.
Don't you do it.
Oh, no.
I'm swiping left.
You're a piece of garbage.
Here's my reasons, though.
Don't you let out that weird Darth Vader, no. Don't you bring me, I had flashbacks, oh God.
Here's my reason. It's because there's so much associated with scary around it.
Yes.
That's the point.
And I cannot do anything scary. And,
oh my God.
And because of that, I mean, the candy is cool, and I like a lot of aspects of it. The whole, camaraderie of it, the community events, being able to like have Halloween parties and stuff. There are a lot of things I really do enjoy about it, but at the heart of it is a holiday based on scariness and fear. And just because I'm literally the biggest baby in the entire world, I avoid that all year round. And so a holiday that not only is based off that, also a week after my birthday, like creepily following behind me, is just another reason why I have to swipe left reluctantly.
I mean, you're not alone. There's some people in the Facebook group who have already said that they don't like Halloween, so you're not alone.
But let me be clear. It's not like I'm against it. It's nothing like that. It's
the devil's holiday.
it's just I'm a baby and I can't handle it. So going off of holidays, next one, Thanksgiving, right, left, super like.
Thanksgiving, I'm going to swipe right.
Okay.
I enjoy the food, I enjoy the family, but it's not like, to super like a holiday, it would have to be in my top 3 like holidays, and I don't feel like Thanksgiving is.
Gotcha. All right, Nate, how about you?
Yeah, I'm gonna say swipe right, but again, not my top favorite holidays. But yeah, I like the food, so.
Yep, I'm actually gonna super like it because Thanksgiving is my favorite holiday, and it actually has nothing to do with the food, believe it or not. I mean, I really do like.
It's not about giving thanks. It's about eating.
Well, no, it's not even. I mean, maybe that's a part of it. It's I just have a lot of really, really fond memories of that time, and because it's in fall, it's not usually freezing like often. Even though it's when we live in North Carolina, Christmas isn't usually as freezing as it is in other parts of the country. But the leaves are still there. For me, it's just. I have a lot of really fond memories of being able to spend time with my extended family and being able to. I like sharing meals with people, and so for me, it's more about just the feeling that I've gotten around it, and so it's more like an emotional thing than anything else. I think that's why I like it. But all right, only 2 more in this category. I think we're going a little bit faster, and that is hay rides. Steven, like, don't like, super like.
I'll swipe left on that. Yeah, I don't really care about hay rides.
Okay, how about you, Nate?
Yeah, I'm gonna go left on that one too. Not a big hayride guy.
Here's how. If I think about hay rides, I would want to swipe right, but after experiencing a hayride, I would always swipe left. And that is because it's like, oh, what a fun idea. It's unique. It's different. And then you sit after 3 minutes. It's like, it's bumpy and these straws of hay are poking every bit of my body. And I hate this. And so I would probably have to also swipe left. And finally, something that I looked this up of like things to do in fall. I've never actually done this, but it sounds like a very fall activity. So I figured I would include that. And that is apple picking. Steven?
Left? I've never done it either. I don't really. Yeah. I don't care.
Okay, you made your stance quite known. Nate, how about you?
Yeah, I'm going to go left. I'd rather just pick my apples at the grocery store.
Exactly. That's enough apple picking for me too.
And I think for the same logic that Nate, that you said corn mazes, you've never done it before. I think I'd swipe right just for once, to kind of see what happens. And if I hate it, then that's it. But I also am not a huge fan of apples, believe it or not. So I think it'd be more for the experience than even eating it. All right, finally, we're gonna fly through this. We can do it. Okay, ready? The last category is things. First one.
Like, oh God! Yeah, that's a narrow category.
Yeah, it's just random things, and I didn't know how to say else or how else to categorize it. First one, like soup and chili. It's a fall type of thing. Steven?
Right.
Nate?
Super like. I love chili.
I knew you were going to say that, Nate. God, I love you. I'm admitting my love for you right now. I super like Nate, and that is because I freaking love soup and chili, and this is the best time of year to do it because I'll eat it even during the summer and pretty much any time, but especially when it's just you're cold and you've been outside and you're like, know what's going to hit the spot right now? Some good old warm liquid, and oh, it's amazing. So that's all we have to say. Next thing, because this is the most fall thing I can think of, and that is because it's everywhere right now, and that is pumpkin spiced things. Steven?
I'll swipe right because a good pumpkin spice thing is awesome, but when it's everything, I'm not such a big fan.
Okay, Nate, how about you?
I'll swipe right, but again, for the same reasons. I like some pumpkin spice things, but everything should not be pumpkin spice.
Oreos should not be pumpkin spice. Like, no.
And I'm going to swipe left just because I don't like pumpkin, believe it or not. Not really. I mean, it's fine, but it's just, for me, it'd be similar to something else that I only somewhat like, and then to see everything spiced as it makes it even worse of being like, oh, that's a flavor that I feel is pretty whatever. Next one, the most fall thing I can think of, and that is seeing the leaves change.
Super like.
Nate?
Yep. Swipe right. I'm from Michigan, so I see them all the time.
Yeah, so I understand. For me, it's super like as well. There's nothing better, especially in, I can't speak for other states, but at least in North Carolina, there's just some amazing roads that you can always drive on that just is winding and you just see all the different colors. And it's just, it's a beautiful thing and I just love it. So, all right, next one is just the weather in general in fall. Like, some people don't like when it gets cooler. Some people love the summer more or spring. So, Steven?
Super like over and over and over again until the app breaks.
Okay, until the app breaks, he super likes it. Nate, how about you?
Yeah, I'm going to go super like on this one too.
Oh, it's a
not
three-way
too hot, not too
super
cold,
like.
just perfect.
Yep, I'm in the same boat. 3-way super like. That's perfect. Next one up, Steven. Hoodies. What are you?
Sorry, I'm laughing at 3-way super like.
Okay.
It
sounds like you're just like 3-way super like.
No, that's actually on Tinder. Sorry. Not our fictitious Tinder that we just did.
Sorry, I derailed it and probably found the episode.
Children, I'm sorry
title.
if you're listening. Once again, just don't listen to Uncle Steve and just stare directly into the sun.
Children, don't listen. Stare directly into the sun.
Don't burn your eyes of the horrible things that he's just said.
Okay, so hoodies, super like. Yeah, I have so many. I own them because I love them so much.
Okay, Nate.
Swipe right. I've got a few hoodies, so they're comfortable.
Yeah, I would. I'm gonna include like just any type of like pullover type of things into this category, and because of that, I'm gonna super like it because if I could, I'd wear that every single day of my life. Next one. You know what? Now this is 3 men who are doing this, and so we may not. I don't really wear this often enough, but I'm still going to just give my opinion on it since I was talking with my wife and she came up with some good ones. And this was definitely a very fall type of thing. And so that's scarves. So I know it's not as common that men wear scarves, but a lot of men do, and that's totally great. And so since I wear them occasionally, I think it's only right that we include it. Steven?
Yeah. No, I'll swipe right on a scarf. I wear a scarf every once in a while.
Nate?
I'm going to go left on that one. I don't think I've worn a scarf in a few years now.
Mm-hmm. Scarves for me, I'm going to swipe right, and that's because I rarely wear scarves. And then when I do wear a scarf, when it's like really needed, I feel like a moron that I've gone this long of being like, you mean to tell me my neck could be this warm and cozy? And I've just been exposing it to the elements like a monster. So I'm going to also do right. Next one up, warm drinks. Steven.
Oh, super like. I know where you're going with this one, though.
I know. Nate?
Oh, yeah, super like.
Yep, and I'm going to swipe left, and that's only because I have a very sensitive mouth. And every time, I know there's no way to not say that weird, but every time I drink it,
super light.
I immediately, my mouth burns and I can't taste anything for like 2 or 3 days. So I have to swipe left. I'm going to get down to, there's so many more that I could do. I have a couple more, but I'm going to get down to 2 last ones. Okay?
Okay.
And then we're done, I promise.
This is the longest episode of Business Adulting ever. He might take the crown.
Maybe so. All right, here's the last 2 I'm going to say. First one. It's that way too early snow that you get during the fall time. Steven, do you like, hate, or super like?
Super like.
The way too early snow, he super likes it. How about you, Nate?
Super hate. Way swipe left.
I understand. I'm actually also going to go super like, and that's just because
we don't see a lot of snow here, though.
I think that's probably part of it, but it's also, for me, it's more of, I know that in North Carolina the snow won't stay for that long, but it's just enough to where I know it's going to force the weather down, and so we're going to less likely have North Carolina falls that are in like the 80s, you know? So I know it's going to be, when it snows, that means it's going to actually be in the 60s before and after that. So that's the reason why I'm going to do that. And here's the final one, and that is, this is in the fall. Make sure you are aware that this, but I intentionally put this here, and that is Christmas music starts playing.
No, super hate. Just break the phone, destroy it.
Okay, so that's yours. Nate, how do you feel?
Oh, no. That's just a big, big no.
I'm glad that we are all on the same page. I think once again, I was pretty passive-aggressive in putting Christmas music in the fall section.
I barely like Christmas music around Christmas. So when it comes to the fall, that's a no-go.
Well, I do like Christmas music because it has a lot of like fond memories, but at the same time, not when it's October and November. So that is the end of this topic. I know it was quite long, and I apologize, but I hope that you had fun. And hey, in a way that we've all been on Tinder now.
Yeah, we have. Okay,
not
so
a thing to
that's
brag
game
about
time.
as 3 married men.
3-way, super like. All right.
I hope that's not the title.
Oh, that's totally the title of the episode.
That are corn snakes, one of those 2.
Oh, no. Oh, I think we all know what it is, and we all super like the title. Anyway, so we're going to play a game now, and hey, I did the game again, because it's the same game. If you listened 2 weeks ago when Chris was sicky boy, and could not be here,
Yep.
we played a game with Diane and Denise that I was calling Hocus Pocus or Hocus Bogus, which is what I'm still going to call it. And basically what it is, for those of you who may not have heard the episode, is I have A7 categories. I have 7 categories of horror movies. Terrible, awful horror movies. And I'm going to need Nate and Chris, you're pitted against each other. I'm going to need you to tell me which one of them is real and which one of them is fake. And extra bonus point if you can tell me within 10 points what Rotten Tomatoes score they got out of 100. So within 10 numbers, what their Rotten Tomatoes score is. I will tell you, I'll ask that at the end once I've revealed which movie it is. And
Nate.
I will tell you, all 7 of them this time have Rotten Tomatoes scores.
Ooh. All right, so Nate, let me just say something. I'm as your competitor. I have found out through this first activity that we've had together that in many ways we should be brothers because we have so many similar opinions. But that being said, I'm also a very, very competitive boy, and I wish you nothing but a deep, horrible demise when it comes to this game, and then we'll be friends afterwards. Is that cool?
That's fine. I should also point out that I'm a huge horror movie fan, and I probably know all these.
Shoot!
Oh,
Didn't
no.
think about that, Nate. Let's rewind that and let's pretend that you're gonna be kind to me.
I will say though, Diane is a huge horror movie fan, and she lost
Oh, that's right.
to Denise, who does not like horror movies that much.
Thanks
So,
for the
yeah.
extra intimidation. I needed that because
Yeah.
I don't watch any
So
horror movies, so I don't know which
will
ones are
say-
fake.
I will say, just like I did on the first one, my sources for the commentary and the descriptions came from Screen Rant, Today Show, MoviePilot.com, and WhatCulture.com, so I'm not plagiarizing. All right. So the first category
Let's do
is
this.
a category that I'm calling sequels. So these are sequels to famous horror movies. I need you to let me know if these happened.
Are we like buzzing
So-
in, or how are we doing this?
No, I will go to each of you individually.
Okay.
So your options are Creepshow 3 from 2007, a sequel to the 1982 and 1987 Creepshow films, or Children of the Corn 7 Deadly Sins from 2005, one in a long line of sequels to 1984's Children of the Corn. So, Nate, since you're our guest, I'll let you go first. Which one of those is real?
Oh, it's Children of the Corn.
Okay, and Chris?
I was actually going to say the same thing, mainly because I know how much you and me both like the word creep, and so that's why I'm going to guess that you made that name up.
So you're both going with Children of the Corn 7 Deadly Sins?
Yes.
Yes.
It is Creepshow 3.
Shut up!
No way. Now I have to see this.
I made up Children of the Corn 7 Deadly Sins as the 7th installment. I don't know if that's real. Now I'm scared that it's real because you were so sure.
Only you would make up one that was
You're
actually
just shaking my
exact-
faith in my...
I just Googled Children of the Corn 7. It's called Children of the Corn Revelation, is the 7th film. It's from 2001. But no, Children of the Corn 7 Deadly Sins does not exist.
Sneaky.
It is Creepshow
Nice.
3.
Creep
So
Show
here's a little
3.
bit. Here's a little bit about it. Abandoning the horror comic book framework that linked the stories in Romero's original, Creepshow 3 takes the annoying tactic of unskillfully borrowing from films of Quentin Tarantino where characters from different segments randomly collide throughout the film. The vignettes, which include stories about a remote control that can change your ethnicity and a radio that commands listeners to murder, lack inspiration and the effects aren't very special. Adding insult to injury, Creepshow 3 has been deemed unofficial, with the fans of the original choosing to believe makeup artist Tom Savini's assertion that the 1990s Tales from the Dark Side, the movie, was meant to be the official third film. So yeah,
So
pretty
it's so
bad.
bad. It's so bad that literally their fans disowned it?
Yes, they decided it's unofficial. It's
Oh
not
my
part of the canon. Which I wish we could all do with Attack of the Clones from Star Wars, but we cannot, alas. Okay, so you both got it wrong. Can you tell me what it got on Rotten Tomatoes? Let's go Chris first.
17.
Okay, and Nate?
Wow, we are brothers. I was about to say 17. All right,
Shut
I'm good.
up! Are you kidding me?
I was.
We,
All right,
we
I'm gonna
have
have
to. Like, oh my god, that's so crazy that we both got the exact number.
All right, I'm going to have to go higher than I guess for this. I'm going to say 28.
Okay, well, neither of you got the point because it got a 0 on Rotten Tomatoes. I'm telling you, it's a bad movie from everything I've read. Okay.
Whoa, okay.
So we are still tied at 0. Next category is something I'm calling run-on titles. So which one of these movies is real? Is it The Incredibly Strange Creatures Who Stopped Living and Became Mixed-Up Zombies from 1964? Or is it The Phantom Cheerleader Engaged in a Battle Against Death and Gravity from 1974? Nate.
It's the incredibly strange... it's the first one. The incredibly strange blah, blah, blah.
Okay, Chris.
Can you read the first one again?
The Incredibly Strange Creatures Who Stopped Living and Became Mixed-Up Zombies.
Oh god, I really like both of them, but because of the wording mixed up zombies, I like that wording too much, and I have to believe that one's true.
So you're both going with the incredibly strange creatures who stopped living and became mixed up zombies from 1964, a story about teenagers hypnotized into being zombies at a carnival?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, you are both correct.
Yeah.
I forgot to read the descriptions. By the way, the description for the fake film was a film in which the spirit of a high school cheerleader must perform for the devil to stop the apocalypse. It is the incredibly strange creatures who stopped living and became mixed up zombies, and it's as bewildering as its title. Billed as the first monster musical, the movie stars Ray Dennis Steckler, who also directs, as Jerry, a ne'er-do-well who attends a carnival with his girlfriend Angela and indescribable friend Harold.
Wait, it's like a
What
third
should-
wheel?
Yeah, I guess. What should be a carefree day at the park turns into a nightmare after Jerry visits the villainous psychic Estrella, who hypnotizes him and turns him into a murderous zombie that attacks carnival attendees with psychotic glee. To make matters worse, Estrella and her goons are turning other carnival goers into zombies after hurling acid in their faces. Keep in mind, all these bizarre antics are often interrupted by shoehorned musical performances featuring ungraceful dancers and tone-deaf vocalists. So you both get a point for that one.
Goodness.
I'm going to need you both to tell me what the Rotten Tomatoes score is. Nate, I'm going to go with you first.
I'll go 8%.
God,
Okay.
man, you
Chris?
and me, we are so... I was going to say 9.
Okay. Is that what you're saying?
Yep.
Neither one of you got it. It is 20%.
No way.
Really?
Wow.
You were very close. You were 1 point off, Chris, and you were only 2, Nate. So, all
Gosh.
right. So you're tied at 1. You guys are way too alike for this. All right. So the third category is a category that is repeating from the first one, and that is technology. So, Nate, you will go first. Which one of these is real? Is it Evil Speak from 1981, a film in which a bullied teen uses a satanic computer to exact revenge? Or Dream Status, a film from 2001 in which a teen discovers they can control death through an online messenger?
Evil Speak.
Okay, Chris?
I want to go the other one. Dream one.
Dream Status?
Yeah.
Okay. Nate, it is Evil Speak.
He seems so confident. I should have gone with it.
I've actually seen it.
Whoa!
Clint Howard is a bullied social outcast who uses a satanic computer to get revenge on his classmates. You know the computer has the devil in it because it flashes a glowing blood red pentagram at him and inspires him to commit himself to the Dark Lord. Puppies are killed in the process. It's part of a long and dorky tradition of horror movies that are really about a fear of nascent technology or whatever the kids happen to be in that too at that moment in culture. So,
Puppies?
Chris, since puppies get killed, apparently.
Hey, well, real fast. So, in your opinion, Nate, was any good?
No, terrible.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, not really one
Speaking
of Clint
of-
Howard's best performances.
Speaking of if it was good, what do you think it got in Rotten Tomatoes, Nate?
I'm going to go 23%.
Okay, Christopher?
I'm going 12.
Again, neither of you got it. It got a 43%.
Wow.
My gosh. We
It
are
was
not
rather
so good on
high.
this.
All right, so this is the fourth category? This
I'm
is
down
one that I'm
one.
referring to as Home Sweet Home. And that's because, Chris, these are horror movies that take place in the great state of North Carolina.
Ooh.
So, which of these films is real? Is it 1996's Maintenance Call, a film in which a cable company representative holds a family hostage? Or is it 1986's Maximum Overdrive, a film in which machines turn on North Carolina residents to wreak havoc? Chris, what is it?
First one.
Maintenance Call? And Nate?
Oh, it's Maximum Overdrive.
Yeah, I saw you smirking there at the end, so I knew you knew it. That's why I went to Chris first. I should do that every time. It is Maximum Overdrive.
Dang. I've heard that before, but I was thinking, like, I didn't think that you would have picked one that I have heard. That's why.
Right.
Dang.
Well, do you want to know the plot, Chris?
Sure, why not?
After a stray comet causes a radiation storm, the citizens of North Carolina are besieged by machines that turn against them. The most deadly instruments are big rig trucks that go on a killing spree. It's up to a group of survivors, led by a truck stop diner cook played by Emilio Estevez, to stop their mechanized
Ooh.
reign of terror. Maximum Overdrive is absolutely broken with enough elements of black comedy to infer that Stephen King, its director, wasn't out to make a serious film, which adds it to its junk food appeal. But the poor critical reviews and box office made him vow never to direct again. And the number of on-set accidents that led to a lawsuit probably helped his decision. Okay, so what do you think it got on Rotten Tomatoes, Nate?
I'm going to go 35%.
Okay, Christopher.
All right, I'm taking a risk. I'm going 61.
Wow.
Well, if you'll recall your first guess, you all should have re-guessed your first guess. It was 17%, so neither of you get a point on that one.
All right.
All right, so for our sixth category.
I'm down by 2.
Fifth category. You're down by 2, but
I gotta start
you can
coming
still
up.
pull it out.
I got to start coming up with some points.
All right. So I'm going to start asking Chris first so that Nate doesn't know it
And
automatically.
I won't look at his face so I can cheat. I'm going to close my eyes.
So which of these is real, Chris? Is it Frank from 1997, a horror comedy spoof in which teens befriend a reanimated monster? Or is it Creature from 2011, a film in which teens search for and are stalked by a large lizard?
Frank?
Okay, and Nate?
You know, this is a tough one. I'm going to go Creature, but I'm not really sure.
It is Creature.
God! And I've heard of Creature too, but I didn't think that was... I didn't remember that plot line. That's why.
So this is my favorite, is the blog post that was written about it. Creature, or as I like to call it, Pornography with a Monster, is about a bunch of college students who come into a town because of a legend about this creature who used to be a regular guy that transformed into a crocodile human monster. Ladies and gentlemen, this movie is terrible. It's pure bad from beginning to end. How are the monster effects? Terrible. How's the acting? Terrible. How's it written? I think a drunk ape with a pen and paper could have written a better script. Is it scary? No. Is it fun like Evil Dead 2? No. It's just an awful movie that I cannot believe made it to theaters. So, with that being said, Nate, what do you think it got on Rotten Tomatoes?
I'm going to take a shot here. I'm going to go a full 0% on this one.
Okay, Christopher.
I'm going 4.
Chris, you have earned a point.
Wow.
What is
Nate,
it?
you just barely missed it. It has an 11.
Okay. Okay, so I got a point. Thank goodness, because I'm still down,
Chris.
what, 2?
Yep, you are down by 2 still, but we have 2 categories left.
Okay.
So this next category is a category that we're referring to as So Last Year. And these are films from 2016.
Oh.
Is it The Disappointments Room, a 2016 film about a family who discovers an evil room in their new house? Or is it Passage, a 2016 film about a family haunted by their ancestors?
Say the first one again?
The Disappointments Room, a film about a family who discovers an evil room in their new house.
Oh, man. You've been tricking me over and over. And I keep picking the one that I think that you didn't do. And I think you're going to trick me again. Is it Passage?
It is not Passage. Oh, Nate didn't answer. Dang it.
Oh, my God.
I'm going to take a guess here and say it's the Disappointments Room.
Yeah, what were you going to guess? Disappointments Room? Be honest with me.
Yeah, it actually was.
Yeah, okay.
Gosh, I'm so bad at this. I swipe left again at all horror and all Halloween. This is what they've done to me.
So, The Disappointments Room stars Kate Beckinsale as Dana, who moves with her husband and young son into a spooky old house following the tragic death of the couple's infant daughter.
The Disappointments
discovered-
Room?
Well, we're getting there.
That's a horrible name.
Dana discovers her new house is home to a, quote, disappointments room, a place where the intolerant people of old days would hide away children with disabilities from the rest of the world.
Oh my God,
and is
that's
haunted
horrible.
by the spirit of one of its former inhabitants. Now, horror isn't exactly the most lighthearted of genres, but a movie about a grieving mother and the ghost of neglected special needs children is grim even for horror.
Yeah.
Beyond its unsettling plot, the film is as much of a disappointment as its title suggests. It got a blank rating on Rotten Tomatoes and also flopped massively at the box office, recouping only $2.4 million of its $15 million budget.
Wow.
So, Nate, what do you think it got on Rotten Tomatoes?
10%?
Okay, Chris?
I'm going to say I want to say 6.
Well, Chris, you have earned a point, but Nate has as well.
What
It got
is
a
it?
0.
Really? Okay.
It got a 0. So you are down by 3 points, so it is physically impossible for you to come back from this.
Unless the points mean more in the end.
No, we're not going to do that.
I can confidently say, even if that happened, that would just mean he would beat me by more.
We are going to move on to
The final?
to the final category, which I'm referring to as Steven's Nightmare.
Okay.
And so the first film in here is a 2016 film called The Boy, a film about a woman who nannies for a doll. And the second film is a 2008 film called The Makers, a film about an elderly couple who turn people into living dolls. So, Chris, which one of these is real?
Gosh, I haven't been confident on any of these. The Boy?
Okay, and Nate?
The Boy.
It is The Boy.
Hey, I got one. It feels good.
So this sounds god-awful and terrifying. A young American woman, which is The Walking Dead's Lauren Cohan, takes a job as a nanny at a remote English stately home to look after a suspiciously elderly couple's 8-year-old son, Brahms. The son naturally turns out to be a porcelain doll, the real Brahms having died in a fire years earlier. Spooky stuff starts happening when the doll starts moving around by himself alongside a daft romantic subplot with a flirty grocery boy and plenty of schlocky twists.
Whoa.
Unluckily for-
Hold on. I want to hear more about this flirty grocery boy.
I don't know anything about him. I can tell you that, unluckily for us, the boy's predictable ending leaves the movie wide open for an equally bad sequel, too.
Oh, no.
Okay, so what do you think it got on Rotten Tomatoes? Nate.
5%.
Okay, Chris.
34.
Well, Chris, you did get a point there. It got 27.
Yeah.
So you end. Nate, you had 7. Chris, you had 5.
Hey.
Most of Chris's points coming off of Rotten Tomato guesses.
Yeah, I think that actually is.
No, it is 3 of your 5.
Oh, God.
Oh, gosh. So that was our latest installment of Hocus Pocus or Hocus Bogus. We will probably be doing that in the fall, and maybe we'll switch it up a little bit with other holiday-themed movies when the time comes.
Nate, well done. You destroyed
thank you.
me. We can go back to being soul brothers. If you'll take
All
me,
right.
of course. Will you
Of
take me,
course.
Nate?
But of
Aha,
course.
yes. I super like it.
Now, you were very sure about that last one, Nate. Have you seen The Boy?
Not yet. I actually kind of want to see it, even if it is
I
terrible.
don't think you should after that.
No, he has to do some recons, and he'll come back and he'll tell us more about it.
Well, speaking of things that scare the ever-living shit out of me, it's time to move on to Nate's topic, which is fears. No, you'll understand why. Because
Okay.
it's fears, Chris. Come on, God, you ruined that. You stepped on my segue.
Well, sorry, I was just surprised by the graphic description you gave us.
Well, I'm sorry. After last week's story about the disc golf course, I'm just very open with things that scare me to that point. Anyway, we're going to talk about fears. So Nate extended the offer of, since Halloween's around, let's talk about what scares us. Now, we did, a while back, talk about irrational fears that we have. Chris's number one irrational fear being toilet snakes. And I mean, I think that I would borderline call that irrational fear at this point.
I wouldn't call that an irrational fear at all.
Nate, it's like you get me on a level that no one here ever has. Why do we live so far away, Nate?
I check the toilet every time I go before I sit down on it.
So do I.
Are you kidding me?
Of course. You never know what's in there.
Oh my God, this is amazing. All right, we just got to keep going. Keep going.
Okay, so
I'm going to fall in
we're
love
talking
with
about
this man.
fears. So if we're talking about legitimate like things that scare us, so Nate, since you brought the topic, do you kind of want to intro it and just kind of give an idea of what your fears are, like what really scares you?
Well, I mean, if I had to pick like the number one thing that scares me more than anything, I mean, it's heights. I don't know why. I don't have anything like traumatic in my past that would explain this, but I absolutely cannot stand heights. But it's not just any heights. It's like specifically the kind of heights where you feel like you can fall down from. Like if I go to like the amusement park, I can go on up on a roller coaster, no problem, because I feel like I'm secure. I'm strapped in. I'm not going to go falling. But you know, like the gondola ride they have that takes you across, like up in the air, or like the Ferris wheel. Hate that. Absolutely petrifies me. So that's a big one for me.
So is your fear really of heights or falling?
I guess it's falling more. So if you really had to narrow it down exactly what it is, but yeah, I suppose it's falling.
Well, you know, it's funny that you say that because I've really struggled back and forth with, is my fear heights or is my fear falling? And part of me wonders is, are they different, or is that what a fear of heights is?
Falling from heights.
I'm not comfortable on a plane, but I'm not like, I've never been screaming or anything or having a complete meltdown, but I'm not comfortable on a plane. I can't fall asleep on one. I'm definitely tense the whole time. But yeah, I mean, you put me in a space where I'm looking down at a very tall, very long height that I could fall from. Yeah, that terrifies me.
Yeah. But I was just going to say one thing that, Steven, I think you remember this about me. So related to that, like, I'm actually cool being up really, really high. I don't mind flying. I don't mind any of that type of stuff. However, if I am near the edge of anything, I freak out. That means if you're in a mall and you're in the upper level, I never can walk on closest to the rails where it goes down into the bottom areas. I always have to walk closest to the store and sacrifice whoever I'm walking with to be closer to the rail because I'm horrified of that.
Now I want to say,
yeah, I would say you're holding your breath to say something.
No, well, when we talked about irrational fears, Nina was our guest, Nina Enstead from Already Gone, and literally we had this exact conversation because that was her thing of like her fear of falling off of things was legitimately like her biggest fear. Like even if it's like a 2-foot wall, she's scared of falling backwards off of it. And so I think
I remember.
I think that
I forgot about that.
Oh my gosh, I was having deja vu. I was like, we're all very similar.
Mm-hmm.
Because I get that. I get that for sure. So do you have any other like big fears, Nate?
It's not exactly a fear, but I really don't like being alone. I like people. I like having people around me. There was like one time where my family went off on vacation without me because there was like a work thing I couldn't get out of, so I was here at my house by myself for a week. And suddenly I was noticing like every little noise in the house, and even though I knew there's nobody there, but it's I just really, really couldn't stand it. I was definitely experiencing probably cabin fever or something like that.
Right.
Nate. I mean, Steven, you've known me for a long time.
Yes.
Are you getting weirded out by how similar me and this man is?
I've kind of decided, just even looking at you both in my webcam, that at some point Chris invents time travel and just goes forward a couple of years and becomes Nate.
And started hosting a different. Seriously, I'm in this same boat. Like, that's what's interesting. I'm not a full-blown extrovert, even though I know many people would be surprised by that because I'm so hyper. I definitely really like having introverted time, but I can only have so much because, no joke, I freak out so quickly. Like, that's why I always have to close all of the blinds at night. Because especially if I'm alone, because I'm afraid everyone's just like staring at me like an aquarium, like all those type of things. So I can't handle any of that type of stuff. So I totally get what you're doing. Steven, are you that way? I don't think you are you?
Oh God, yes, I am.
Really? I didn't realize that.
Are you kidding? I love to be alone, but like I do not like I'm with you on the like closing the blinds and stuff. Like like my wife will open the blinds in the middle of the day even. I'm like, no, close them. Like, I don't want people to see into my house. Or, like, if I'm driving, I assume I'm the center of attention. Like, and everyone is looking at me. So, like, I don't know.
Steven, you have to share some of yours.
Some of my fears?
Mm-hmm. You got to go.
You have to share some of yours.
Okay.
Toilet snakes. Corn snakes.
Yeah, snakes, obviously. Here's one that I know me and Steven have talked about, but I don't know if I've ever shared on the show before. Okay.
Birds.
Okay, yes, birds as well. But here's one. Let me see if I can explain this. It's not that mirrors scare me. It's the concept. Steven remembers this. It's been a while. It's the concept, and there was a whole horror movie based off it earlier in my life. It's the concept of like brushing your teeth or something, or having opening the medicine cabinet and either looking up or closing, and then there's someone behind you. Like that is such a legitimate fear that every single time I do that, I freak out about it.
Next time I stay at your house, I'm going to sneak up behind you while you're brushing your teeth.
If you were to do that, I would literally turn around and I would, without even meaning to, just like try and punch you straight in the throat, just out of like. I mean, seriously, when people say, "Are you fight or flight?" I say both, and that's because I fight to deeply hurt for the purpose of being able to run as fast away as I can.
Right.
And I don't even mean to. It just is the thing, and so because of that, I mean, do y'all get what I'm saying? Like, or is that just because I've seen one too many scary movies?
No, that's a horror movie trope, and there's a reason it's a horror movie trope, because it's scary to think that 1 second something's there, and then the next something you didn't realize was behind you is behind you.
Yeah, it's just every time, like, it's always been like a really, really just freaky thing to me, and it's frustrating because it's like I'm gonna even knock on wood as I say this because I'm over here being super superstitious, but like it's stupid that something that's never happened to me is something that all I do is think about whenever. I mean, how many times a day do you use a mirror, to brush your teeth?
That's not that crazy. I mean, think about it. You're talking to somebody with anxiety. You have anxiety.
That's
I don't
true.
know about you, Nate.
That's
but
true.
The two of us suffer from anxiety disorders, so it's like we're scared of things that have never happened to us a million times. That's the definition of it in some ways. Like, we're terrified of, like, I mean, what's my biggest fear on top of like all the scary things that I'm going to go into in a second? As far as my anxiety goes, Chris, you know me, and this is a completely serious note. As far as my anxiety goes, what is the thing I'm most afraid of?
The thing that most are you talking
what
about?
Triggers my
now?
anxiety and scares me the most?
I mean, I would say like heart related breathing, like death things.
Right.
Yeah.
Heart, my heart, something with my heart or death. I am terrified of that because of my anxiety, but that's never happened to me. But
yeah,
that's
totally
not a
right.
reason
Totally
that,
right.
like...
I mean, I also... yeah, it's the same thing as I've never fallen, knock on wood, from the second or third story of a mall over the railing, yet it does dictate literally everything that I do.
Next time I'm in town, there's going to be a news story about, like, podcast co-host pushes other one over.
Well, part of the issue too is like, the reason why I'm so afraid of that is because I'm so clumsy, which Steven can attest to.
Oh God, you are.
And I drag my feet and I trip all the time, and so that's part of it.
Wow,
But
we are brothers.
Really?
Oh yeah.
and so I think that has a huge part to do it. But mirrors, no joke, are a real fear of mine that I can't shake ever. Steven, it's now you have to share one.
We all know where I'm going.
No, why don't you do one that people don't know?
Well, I need to share something because I've been in the throes of it today. I have been more terrified today than in a very, very long time of dolls. Now, Nate, I don't know if you know this. I know our listeners know this, and I know Chris knows this. I am deathly afraid of dolls.
That's not an irrational fear, though. Dolls are scary. I mean,
They're
really
freaking terrifying.
Yep.
And so I said we'd get back to lore. It's time to get back to lore. So for those of you that are fans of Lore, the podcast, or not, there's a podcast called Lore. Most people know that, I think, if they listen to podcasts. And it is creepy, spooky folklore stories. And so Lore recently, on Friday the 13th, Amazon and Aaron Mahnke, the host of Lore, signed a deal, and they dropped a show, 6 episodes, first season of Lore, the TV show, on Amazon Prime Video. And so I binged it and watched it all. And I got to the last episode today, and each episode is based on one of his podcast episodes. And he narrates it like he does the podcast, but it's also got dramatizations in it and pictures from real events. Because everything he talks about is based on real events. And so he did an episode called Unboxed a long time ago, and the podcast episode scared me, but I was like, I'll just watch the actual video episode, and I made a horrible mistake.
Why would you watch the video episode? That seems worse.
Because
for
it was the last episode, and I have a completionist thing, and I had to finish the season.
That's true.
And so I put on this episode, and what it is about, for those of you that don't know, is about Robert the Doll, which Robert the Doll is the most terrifying thing ever.
Wait, what?
I agree.
No, Robert the Doll is legitimately scary.
Oh,
okay,
he's
so
horrifying.
quick rundown of Robert the Doll.
I have no idea about Robert the Doll, but can I just say the fact that there's a doll called Robert is hilarious to me.
Well, there's a family that lived in Key West, Florida in the early 1900s, around the turn of the century, called the Otto family, and they had a son named Robert Eugene Otto, who went by Gene. And he was withdrawn and antisocial, and so he was always trying to play with artifacts or things that they had found places, and so his aunt sent him a doll from Germany, I believe, and it was this doll, and he named it after himself. He named it Robert because he went by Gene, and he would sit and just talk to this doll and play with this doll, and it was one of those, it would sit at the dinner table with a full plate of food with them, like it would always be around, and then it reached a point where the father was concerned, and the aunt who sent it was concerned, and she came over and told him, like, he needs to put away childish things. He's 8 years old, to which I'm like, what? And told him, like, you have to do it. And so what they did was they took Robert the Doll, and they nailed him up in a wooden box, in a coffin, basically, and they nailed him up and put him in the attic because weird things were happening.
Hold on. So, weird things were happening, and they said, if weird stuff's going on, I got the perfect idea. Let's put it in a coffin and then keep it in our house.
Well, they were just like, it was more the father being cruel to the son and putting it away and just being like, I'm done with this, and nailing it up in a box and putting it in the attic because the wife and the son would not allow him to get rid of it.
Oh, okay.
And so they nailed it and put it up in the attic, and the next morning, Chris is making a face.
No, sorry. Just I was listening to your story, and then I accidentally hit the chat icon, and a corn snake popped up in here, and that's literally like the worst fucking thing I could ever have in the world. So
you should Google image search Robert the Doll.
No, I refuse to now because of the horrible thing that you did to me. And
okay, well, anyway, long story short,
oh my god, I feel like vomiting.
The aunt who had purchased the doll, the next morning, when the mother went in to check on her, was found dead, and the doll was out of the box, laying in bed with the son. And other odd things happened, and the doll essentially became this thing of legend that outlived the boy. At one point, the son's wife, when he was grown, burned it outside, and the next day they found it inside, sitting in a chair, fully fine, like not burned at all. And this is like a one-of-a-kind handmade doll. And so basically this thing is in a museum now, and they have very few images of it like taken because there is a sign next to it that says, please ask Robert to take a picture before you photograph him, and if you don't get an answer, then you can't photograph him, because so many people, and the wall is lined with letters of people apologizing, writing apology letters to Robert saying, I'm sorry that I took a picture of you. When I got back, I lost my parent. Or I'm sorry I took a picture of you.
What?
Somebody hacked my bank account and I got my identity stolen. I'm sorry I took a picture of you. There was all these freak accidents that took place to these people who took a picture of Robert the Doll. And so people legitimately believe that this doll contains power, and there is nothing more terrifying in this world to me than Robert the Doll. And so I watched this episode, and I was literally curled up. As we discussed earlier, not a fan of blankets, but I was like literally curled up like under a blanket, just like hiding on my couch today because Katie was still at work. And I was just like terrified.
I'm swiping left of this story right now. No.
You should send him a picture of Robert the Doll. It is the scariest looking thing you have ever seen in your entire life. More than
Steve,
a toilet
I'll be honest
snake.
with you. If you send me a picture of Robert the Doll, I'm going to come to your house and I'm going to literally beat the living crap out of you. You know what? With a doll. That's what
I'm not going to send you a picture because I don't want that on my
Patch
Google
Kid,
history.
I'm going to cram it down your throat because I will not have you do that to me.
But Also in the opening of this episode, they talk about the Isla de Muñecas or de las Muñecas, which it means the island of dolls.
Oh yeah, I know about that too.
And it is a place like I can't remember where it is. It's in Central America.
It's in Mexico.
And it's a place. Is it in Mexico?
Yeah, I believe it's Mexico City. Actually, it's like an island off of there.
Yeah. Okay. It's an island where this guy literally moved out there and found a young girl drowned, and with a doll, and thought that her spirit was haunting him and she needed the doll. So he like decorated this island with hundreds and hundreds. There are 1,500 dolls still out there. And they're just like hanging from trees. And oh my God, I was like having a panic attack watching it. Legitimately. Like I was having a meltdown. But I got through it.
Yo,
I faced my fear.
Like this at all. Let's go talking about
toilet snakes.
Toilet snakes?
No, let's go back to something like leaves or something pleasant, because
is that what Nate's afraid of? Nate, are you afraid of leaves?
No, I was just trying to go back to way earlier. Something that's pleasant, because I don't like any of this stuff.
Although I'm sorry, I should add dolls to my list, but
Robert the doll. If you're out there listening, I want you to know that I respect your presence 100%, and I think that it would be best if you just keep doing you and I just keep doing me, and we never interact. I think that
I
would
second
be
that.
Good. Yeah, because I don't like that at all.
No, it's terrifying. And then
when you were saying Robert the doll, I was imagining like a little baby like Robert or Danny DeVito looking doll. That's why I was like, oh, look at that little cute little thing.
Oh no, he's the size of a full size kid.
Oh yeah, it's a full size. Yeah, it's like the size of a child.
Yeah.
Hold on one second, Steven, I need to warn you that you're going to probably need to do a little bit of editing, and that editing is you're going to need to reduce that sound a little bit. And I'm going to need you to tell me one more time the size of Robert the doll.
Nate, do you want to do the honors?
He's the size of a full size child.
What the hell? How do we not get through that? Hold on, that is too big of an important detail that somehow you don't tell me that this is a full-size thing. No.
Yeah.
How did that important fact get left out? Because that goes to a whole new level. So you mean to tell me that they literally put this doll in a full-sized children's coffin?
Essentially.
Yeah. He wears a cute little sailor suit, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I might have to literally wipe out the whole sea now. The sea is no longer one of my things I love.
The sea is actually one of my legitimate fears as well. So thank you. Do that.
Oh my goodness, y'all! That is not me being dramatic. That is pure shock. Wait, okay, no.
Go watch season 1, episode 6 of Lore.
Hell no! You know I'm not doing that. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to get out of this conversation. I'm going to hit stop recording. I'm going to say goodbye, have a wonderful evening, and I'm going to go watch 3 hours of Disney Channel to erase these horrible things that you've put in my head tonight. So I want to go back for a second. Let's not talk about Jean. Let's talk about Auntie, what's their last name? Otto? Auntie, whatever.
The Otto family, yeah.
Okay, what type of douchebag says, hey, I want to give this child a gift, and that is a full-sized, like, what in the world? What a crazy gift is that?
I refuse to talk ill of anyone related to Robert the Doll.
Steven, okay, fine. Okay, fine, whatever.
Just in case
That's
he's
true.
listening, as far as I'm concerned, it was a great idea.
No. Okay. Gene, Robert, all of you out there, I'm not disrespecting you. That is an accurate thing. I think that we can agree at least this, though. Steven, you like action figures, you like stuff like that. If I were to say, you know what, this year for Christmas, I want to give you an extra special gift. You know, we've been doing this podcast for a while, and I just want to do something that comes from the heart. I know you like this. And then I walk in with literally, Steven, how tall are you?
I'm short. I'm
Which is
5'7".
just in the 5 range, and I give you a 5'7" action figure. I mean, I'm not saying that you wouldn't.
Who is it?
I'm not saying that you wouldn't like it, but would you not at least be started of like, damn? I mean, I'd be cool with like a normal size one too, man. Like, I feel like that's more of what I'm getting at. It's not so much like, hey, it's fine. It's fine if that's an appropriate gift if Gene loved it. And if Robert felt loved by it, then so be it. But I think we can all acknowledge that's a strange size of gift.
Oh, I would be very, very, very scared if you did that, because I would be scared constantly, especially if it was like, because I'm a Star Wars fan, especially if you're like, here's a life-size Darth Vader or a life-size Kylo Ren or a life-size Stormtrooper.
I'd love the life-size Darth Vader. But if you gave me like a life-size like porcelain doll of like a little girl or something like that, I'm moving out of my house. I'm changing my name.
I think
No.
I think
I don't want the
agree with
life-size Darth Vader.
But also,
because I'd
I
be
think
scared
that
there would always be someone in the suit.
Oh yeah, I guess that would be kind of problematic.
Nate, I think if you had a full-size porcelain life-size girl doll, I think that the authorities might also come to your house.
Right.
All right.
Can we stop talking about dolls and talk about the thing that really scares me?
No, if it's going to scare me more, I don't want to.
It's not going to scare you more.
What is it?
Okay, so, well, of course, there is my number 2 fear, which is mascots.
Yep. Okay, that's funny.
But yeah, everybody thinks that's funny. I know.
I mean, not that
but,
you. I'm sad that you find that scary. I hate that for you. But simultaneously, I would rather talk about that than continue to have the conversation we've been talking about.
I don't remember where I was, but somebody tried to get the attention of a mascot and bring them over to me recently because they knew, and I was not happy.
Hey,
they did not
if you
do
come
it.
to our meetup next week as a mascot, man, I'll give you like $20. Because honestly, he deserves it after sending me a picture of a toilet snake or a corn snake. He knows how much I hate that. Like,
but
and
if we're
go ahead,
I'm just gonna get us off of mascots because now I'm scared.
Okay, good.
As we talk about dolls and mascots, those are my number 2 or my top 2 fears. But I think like my other biggest legitimate fear is water.
That is true, and that's I don't think
Like,
that's I don't think that
not a bad
is irrational. I mean, now it might be a little bit extreme if showers and
No, it's not to that
boiling
level,
water
but
would
like,
be, but no, I get it that the water is something that is more powerful than you or I. That's for sure.
any body of water that I can't touch and that has a current, I'm like,
Wait, what do you mean you
or
can't?
I can't
touch?
see the bottom.
Okay, yeah,
I can't
I was
touch
like,
the bottom.
I was like, what?
No, yeah, like if I'm in a pool and I get to the point where I can't touch, I'm terrified.
Sorry, when you say you can't touch, I just imagine you like an aquarium being like, God, I can't touch you. I'm mortified.
I went to an
I don't
aquarium in Charleston,
understand
and
you.
that's all it was.
You're there, but you're not.
All I did was hang out at the touch tank, touching those stingrays. That's all I did.
On a real note,
Oh
though,
my!
I don't like fish. I mean, I'll eat them, but I don't want to look at them. They're a little bit creepy. Not all of them, but
Katie feels the same way.
But some of, you know what I'm saying? Like some of those big fish, like the ones that are just ugly. It's like, they're you stay down the ocean. You know what I'm saying? Like you got that area, I'll stay up here. Just me?
I don't know. I like looking at the big fish. The little ones are the ones I'm like,
I like
I don't like you
looking at the big
goldfish.
fish. I like looking at the big fish, but yeah, I don't think I'd want to get in the water with something that's like that size, like several feet wide, long, and
that's
whatnot.
That's it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's it. Like I'll get in the water with Nemo. Me and Nemo, we're gonna hang out the whole afternoon. We're gonna swim around and we're gonna find the rest of Nemo's.
What is happening to
gang.
your voice right now?
I don't even know what's happening to my voice. I'm so overwhelmed by the fact that there's a life-size doll out there that people write letters to. I'm just trying to get my mind off of it. But if you put me in the water with just, I don't even know what you call them. I'm just going to call them a mudfish. That's what I'm going to say. Just a big old mudfish. Like the one that just looks like your grandpa. Like, I mean, just like that. I don't. What am I even saying? I'm so startled right now. Why would you do this to me? You know how much I hate scary things.
I'm sorry. It's the spooky month though. Like next week, all our topics have to be fall and Halloween related.
No, they don't.
And it's the last.
No, they don't.
It's the last week we can do it, man.
No, you know what? But it's not okay because next week is my birthday. And it's only right
I know.
It's only right that we do something for my birthday that doesn't cause me pain and suffering.
No, I'm not gonna. It won't be scary things, but I feel like we still need to revolve around the season because it is going to be the Halloween episode essentially.
All right, any more fears before we can finally get away from this horrible thing?
No, I think I'm tapped out on fears now that I've shared literally the thing that scares me the most.
Yeah,
Nate, you got any more fears?
I think I got it pretty much covered there. Although I think I'm moving dolls up higher on my list than I thought I would have when I started this.
I think I've got like 1,000 other fears that I'm constantly just adding new ones. I just, in general, I don't like, a lot of people don't like really small areas, like being claustrophobic, and I get that. Sometimes I get a little bit overwhelmed by the sheer vastness of something, And I wouldn't necessarily say that's a fear, but it can cause me like if I'm sitting on a mountain, it's like a really beautiful thing. But sometimes also if I'm a big field or something, just if I were to be there by myself, I'd almost freak out because it's almost so much space. So that's the only other thing that I can say. I think sometimes is a fear of mine, but I would be happy to get away from this topic and talk more about blanket snuggles because I feel like I'm going to be doing a whole lot of that in the next little bit.
Well, we will wind down. You just wait. I got something you and I need to record afterwards.
Oh,
so
I don't want.
It's going to be fun. All right. Well, if you'd like to send us a topic for discussion that won't terrify Chris, or you have a mental health check-in, or you have anything else on your mind, as we always like to remind you, we are not professionals, but you can send that to us over at isthisadultingpod@gmail.com.
And if you want to interact with us with other ways, we'd love to have you. You can follow us on Twitter at isthis_adulting. You can find us on Facebook, either our Facebook page or even more important, our Facebook group, which is our Is This Adulting Best Friends group, where people join together to talk about things that are going on that are hard in their life, as well as just sharing fun things and sharing pictures of their family and being able to vent and just share when they need someone to listen to because maybe they're going through something really rough that week. So again, that's the Is This Adulting Best Friends group. And finally, if you can also help spread the word by subscribing and rating and reviewing us wherever you get your podcast. Long pause. Way to go, Steven.
Sorry. I'm just bad at everything, Chris. Why don't you just point it out?
I'm sorry. I'm still a little bit upset by the current large snake that looks like anything but a small friendly snake that is on our message thread right now.
Actually, those things are really, really tiny if it makes you feel better. Because my ex-girlfriend's brother had one.
It looked like an anaconda from the 2 seconds I looked at it.
It can get to be about 4 feet long, but...
That's great. We're going to keep going. You can follow me. You can unfollow Steven on all of his social media because he's a big old fat booty face. That was a weird thing.
Booty face.
That's a new word. I'm gonna walk away now.
Okay, well we're just gonna keep on rolling. We are part of the Orbital Jigsaw Podcast Network. You can find our show as well as others at orbitaljigsaw.com. Shows like California Dreaming, True Crime Tales from the Golden State, a podcast that delves into the darker side of California. We are almost entirely listener supported, so if you like what you hear, please consider clicking the Support the Show tab on our website, isthisadultingpod.com. Visit us over on Patreon. We have tons of cool rewards, exclusive content, coloring pages, videos, whatever you want. Just you can get it over there. That sounded weird. And you receive that in return for your support over on Patreon. Real quick before we sign off here, I just want to remind everybody, this weekend, Saturday, meetup.
Oh,
Brakeman's Coffee.
I was like,
don't be there. That's
if you come, we will hate you.
Don't be late. Brakeman's Coffee, meetup, be there. Sorry, I set that all up just so I could play with the rap horn.
Okay.
We'd like to thank the collection for the use of our theme music, The Borrowers, off their album Ars Moriendi. Nate, thanks so much for coming on the show.
Oh, thanks a lot, guys. This was a huge amount of fun.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hope you
this
had
was so long, too. Thank you for staying with us.
He might get the record. We'd love to have you back on in the future. Thanks for sticking it out with us. And do you want to remind everybody where they can find you one more time?
Sure. The show's called The Conspirators. You can find our website at theconspiratorspodcast.com. We're also on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, pretty much everywhere social media related. You can find us.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for us this week on Is This Adulting? Are you bummed about that, guys?
Stop that.
Okay, I'm going to stop. I've been your best friend, Steven.
And I'm your best friend, Chris.
And I'm your best friend, Nate.
And remember, kids, be happy, stay healthy, and go hug someone.
Because you never know. They may super like a 3-way. I had to do it.
Oh, have a good week, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.